Oh my goodness, I'm live. I have not been live in a long time, so I'm really kind of rusty on this live. Haven't done this in a while. How you guys doing? This is EB Crypto, Eric Brent, Family Cash Machine. I wanted to come to you guys and talk to you guys a little bit. We're gonna start doing more live videos. Hold up, I'm hearing myself twice here. Like I said, I'm a little rusty, so bear with me. And I got a little bit of analysis for you guys tonight. We're gonna do a little analysis. If I can find, oh, here it is. Okay, yeah, I got it. I'm sorry about that. I had to cut off my sound over there so I won't distract myself. How about that? So yeah, you guys, how you guys doing today? I'm gonna give you guys a little cryptocurrency update, a little analysis today. I'm giving more information up. We do have our own cryptocurrency college, and it's just not about cryptocurrency. Actually, it entails a lot of different things. We teach money because there's a lot of things about money that the average person, they don't teach in school. There's things about money we're just not taught. In fact, Sunday I'll be going live talking about the relationship. What is your personal relationship with money? And we're going to really define some things and break down some things about money that just not taught, you know. And when you really start getting money, you start learning things too late. You want to learn this stuff before, but some of the things we haven't been forced to learn because we only use money as a medium of exchange, and we haven't really been understanding the principles of money and what are the characteristics of money, and the Federal Reserve, which is not a part of our country, and how is it not a part of our country but has the name federal. I mean, stuff like that we need to really learn about central banks, which has been going for the last 600-700 years. The world has been under central bank control, all the way from England, Switzerland, Sweden, Italy, Germany, all throughout the last, since probably about the 1200, 1100 or so, we've been under the central bank control. So we're going to go into all of that in our courses because it's really relevant today to know that. Now, I started this video off a little bit about money because I want us to understand that it used to be a time we didn't have to really know how money was governed, but we're in a position right now in a time where money is about to change again. I mean, massively. I mean, there's been several very strong changes of money throughout history that they're not really talking about. Now, when you take our courses, you'll realize that I didn't learn this in school. When I went to some pretty good schools, I don't know if you guys learned the fact that every state in the United States had its own currency. I didn't know that. Every state in the United States at one time had its own currency. And when Abraham Lincoln came, he wanted to unify all of those currencies under one currency. And it was a huge battle behind that. But South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, they all had their own individual currencies. Interesting. Very interesting. I didn't know that. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to continue to educate you guys about the current state of money, because right now things are getting ready to change again drastically. Now, again, like I said, there was a huge change several times in history. There has been huge changes. And I remember in the 70s when credit cards really first started getting really popular. And now understanding the history of money, I know why. Because we came off of gold back in 1971, off of President Nixon. And a lot of people blame Nixon for it. It really wasn't his fault. He had no choice because there was not enough gold in the reserve to cover every dollar that we had printed. And we had basically overprinted money. And we're still overprinting money. And recently, the Federal Reserve has removed the M1, M2, M3, which are the data that helps individuals like myself to determine inflation, to be able to see inflation. And I know the last time I looked at it about 6 months ago, since the coronavirus, the base cash, meaning the money in the market that had been printed from all them stimulus checks and all those bailouts, it had just, the chart just shot through the roof. So now what they've done is just discontinued that information, which is unheard of, to discontinue the information allowing us to see inflation. Now, if you listen to the Federal Reserve definition or description of inflation, the actual numbers that they're giving you are not actually accurate, because they're still using formulas from the CPI, from the Consumer Price Index, from 1970s, from the 70s. So we really don't have any way of gauging inflation other than going into the stores and seeing things are costing 2-3 times the amount of money that it did, a couple years ago. And at this rate right now, inflation is growing every year faster than wages. That's a huge problem. This is why I'm in the cryptocurrency industry. This is why I feel it's so important in this day and age for people to start learning not just about money, but about value and how they could escape one of the greatest economic crashes that's getting ready to happen that's ever happened in the world. And you don't want to be caught up in that. You want to make sure that you are looking out for you first and your family. I mean, I want to help my people. I want to help people out there who don't see what's coming, but I got to be in position to help my family first. And you got to be in position to help you and your family first. And that's why we have the cryptocurrency courses, because immediately when you guys get in these courses, you're not just going to learn cryptocurrency, how it works, what it do. Our courses are a little different than everyone else's because our courses teach you how to think outside the box. We teach you how to think more decentralized. We teach you how to understand the power of blockchain technology and the power of decentralized networks and networks that carry consensus of the people, where no politician or any corporation could persuade the direction of value. So that's very powerful, and it's going to help a lot of people to maintain some kind of options. You don't want to be totally trusting the central banks and the government, because I'm telling you guys right now, they're coming up with a whole new different system, maybe launching in the next year, 2 years or so. And it's going to be a digital currency, but it's not going to be like Bitcoin, which is decentralized. It's not going to be like Ethereum or Tron. It's not going to be like those coins where governments can't stop them. They're programmable, they're borderless, they're censorship resistant, and permissionless. They're not going to be like that. These coins are going to be, or this digital currency is just going to be pretty much like we already have with credit cards. It's going to be a digital system that they control, but it's going to be very, very, very dangerous, because they'll be able to know every penny you receive from somebody and every penny that you send out to someone. So you won't even have to do your taxes. They'll just take their taxes off every transaction. Wow. And if they don't like you, or say you're a radical person in their eyesight, they can push one button and discommunicate you and exile you out of even participating in any kind of purchases. So this is the system I don't want to see come into play. This is a system that I want you guys to be able to avoid, or have options around that. You don't want to be totally 1000% dependent on government and dependent on what they're coming up with, which I've seen. I did a video, and I'm gonna expand it. I'm gonna go further into the great global economic reset that's happening right now. Now, one of the good things about it, it's not all doom and gloom, because what this does it also creates one of the greatest exchanges of wealth ever in the history of the world, because all the currencies are crashing simultaneously right now. And it's creating a huge opportunity. And the rich are getting richer right now because they know what's going on, but nobody's educating the masses so they can position themselves. And that's what the family cash machine is doing. So with that, I'm not going to go too much deeper into that. But like I said, there is a bright side to it as well, because as currency is changing, it's redirecting itself. So anyone who knows what's happening and gets themselves a hand on gold or silver, or get themselves on some cryptocurrency, something that's outside of this system, and it has an ability to hold value, you're going to find yourself very wealthy in the next couple of years. It's not going to take long, and it's not going to take a whole lot of money for you to end up very wealthy in the next couple of years. So, but you have to start now. You have to get busy now. You have to start building now. You have to start learning now, and you have to start preparing now, because it's coming. You guys go to the store, you see the prices are going up. And that's the other thing I want to tell you. It's not really prices going up. It's actually the dollar going down. But they teach us in reverse. Oh, prices are going up. No, not really. I mean, the prices are going up as far as the tags, but the reason they're going up because the value of the dollar is going down. And that's what inflation is. When it takes the same amount of that, it takes more of that same currency to buy the same thing. And it's going to continue to increase because the Federal Reserve, they've always used interest rates to keep it in check. You remember, these people print the money, they create interest rates, they control, like a puppet string, the economy, but they've been kicking the can down the road for so many years. It's really no more room to do that anymore. We're at the brink of collapse. And so if you listen to these guys in the Federal Reserve, they're telling you guys, brace yourself. Basically, they're saying we're not going to go up on interest rates. If they go up on interest rates, it usually brings the inflation down, okay? But they can't do that right now because everything will collapse. So what's going to happen is interest rates are going to, not interest rate, inflation is going to continue to grow and grow and grow. It's going to be more and more and more money to do the same thing. So the reason I'm stressing this is because as that's happening, you got to do something. You got to move. You have to counter that. You can't just sit back and let it happen. You have to do something to counter that in your family's lives and in your life. And that's what the Family Cash Machine is here for, to get you guys prepared for that. But the cryptocurrency industry is creating a wedge for us against that and creating opportunities. And you have to really get into the courses to understand the full power of blockchain technology and all the different businesses like Facebook and YouTube that it can actually disrupt and redistribute that wealth to the masses. So we're not going to get too deep in that right now. I just wanted to reach out to you guys, give you guys an update. I know I briefly talked about the Federal Reserve and how they are the puppet masters and pull the strings. And I recently just did a video, my last video I did, talked about the corruption, talked about the Federal Reserve members, one of the presidents out of Dallas and the other Federal Reserve president out of Boston, and even the chairman, Jerome Powell himself, have all been caught now trading securities and trading against decisions that they make inside the Federal Reserve, different board meetings that they have that affects the economy one way or the other, and they go and trade with or against the momentum of their meetings, which is not only insider trading, it's illegal, it's a conflict of interest. To me, it's treasonous. It's treasonous. And so again, you know, they're not going to jail. Nobody's going to jail because they're the puppet masters that pull the strings, and they're doing everything they can to save themselves. But at the same time, they're collapsing this ship. The ship is sinking. Okay. So I need the people to understand that, because when you understand how serious things are, you'll move different. okay? You'll move a little different. It's a lot of money to be made right now. I'm talking about a lot of money, but not if you don't have any knowledge of what's going on. Not if you don't know where to go, how to go, when to go. But again, cryptocurrency, gold, silver, all of these, governments don't control those values. Right now, gold is being manipulated a lot actually, on the stock market because they have all these contracts. But I guarantee you, when the dollar crashes, there won't be any resistance. There won't be anything to hold the price down of gold. Right now, the price of gold is being suppressed by the power of the dollar. I'm gonna give you an example. If all the contracts in gold expired right now, gold would be $60,000, $70,000 an ounce, because there's over $60,000 to $70,000 in contracts, futures. Okay, there's over $60,000, $70,000 per ounce in paper value. Okay, so that's suppressing the real value. And like I said, when you guys start studying with us, you'll understand how that works more. But the main thing about studying with us is we put you in positions immediately, soon you take a class, to start making money. Soon as you take a class, we start showing you how to invest. Of course, you don't have all the knowledge yet, but you have the direction, and we're teaching you and showing you what to start putting your money in that's going to create value. Because again, as inflation is going up, you need your income to go up, or it's going to be a problem eventually. So again, that's what it's about. It's about saving yourself, saving your family, and hopefully you can help some of your friends and other extended family later on. But in the initial beginning, you have to save yourself. In the initial beginning, you have to save your family and start preparing yourself. Now, I do want to go briefly. I'm going to share with you guys, and we're going to do, I've never done this on the live. I always do this with my team, but I'm going to go through the coin market cap. We'll talk about some crypto a little bit right now. We're just going to talk a little bit about some crypto. Let me see if I can find it. I'm looking here at myself. Sorry about that. Do I got the crypto right here? Here it is right here. The crypto right here. This is coin market cap. And this is one of the, you know, I say not exchange really, but it's a website where we can see different projects, all the different coins. They got a lot of coins here. Not all the coins are here, but they do have a lot of coins here. So let me go and just look and talk about this a little bit with you guys, educate you guys a little bit about coin market cap. Coin market cap, look at that name. It is supposed to list coins based on a market capitalization. Now, most of you guys know I was a real estate appraiser, former real estate appraiser. I did commercial and residential property. I didn't just do residential. I did income units. I didn't just do residential units. I did 100 units, 50 units, 300 units. I've done golf courses. I've done hotels. So I understand market cap and capitalization rates. So a lot of people will say, well, the cap rate doesn't mean anything. I like the fact that cryptocurrency has a cap rate. Let's look at Bitcoin right here. Bitcoin cap rate is $1 trillion. Wow. $1 trillion now. Okay, just Bitcoin by itself. Okay, now if we go to the top of the page, we can see the total cap rate of all the cryptocurrencies, which is only $2 trillion. So Bitcoin is always been the big boy or the grandfather. So it's consuming half of the total value of all the cryptocurrencies in the world. Okay, now I'm going to teach you guys something that most people don't even know. I'm going to show you how they come up with this cap rate. Okay, how they come up with this cap rate. All you have to do is count the amount of money, which is the market cap. That's the market. The market cap is really, that number represents the volume of value of currencies that's been dumped into that coin. That's basically what it is. The market cap is all the monies that has been put into that coin. And if you take that and divide that by the circulating amount of coins, which is 18 million, guess what you'll get? The price of each coin. Now, if you take the price of the coin and you take that and you multiply it by the circulating supply, you'll get the cap rate. So these numbers correlate with each other. I like that because in the fiat currency world, in the world of money, in the world where you have currencies, you can't get a cap rate because we don't know. I just told you guys that they discontinued the M1, the M2, the M3 money supply from the Federal Reserve data websites. So now, for the first time ever in the history of the Federal Reserve in America, we can determine the inflation rate by analysis and graphs. Wow. That's a sign right there. And now they insider trading. Now they betting against the market and they, betting against decisions that they make or with the decisions they make. They have insider information as to what the economy is going to do based on their meetings. And they're betting with and against. This is a game I don't want to play. So this is why we have to learn how to come up out of their system. Come up out of their system. Like your Bible said, come up out of her, my people. That's what it's talking about. It's not just meaning move out of them. They're saying come up out of her ways, come up out of how they're moving, because you're not going to win. The game is rigged, okay? You're not going to win. It's just like referees this bet against the game. So if the referee bet against the game or bet on a certain team, what do you think how's he gonna handle the game? Not too good. So let's go back and look at it again. I want to share some more with you on that, but I showed you guys the cap rate, basically what this represents. Again, this is the value that have went into this coin. No matter what it was, it could have been Ethereum, it could have been pesos, it could have been USD, it could have been euros. All the value that has went into this coin right now, and that number changes every day because as people buy and sell, that number fluctuate. It's a real live market. Okay, so again, you can't do this with any of the fiat currencies because first of all, you don't know how many 20s are out there. You don't know how many hundreds are out there. You don't know nothing. That you don't have no way of knowing how many coins and currency is printed, is out there in the market. So therefore, you don't have this number here, which is the circulating supply. You have to have these numbers in order to come up with the formula. Without the numbers, there's no formula. You can't work the formula. So you can't really do a cap rate with the American dollar. I don't care what they say. Any number they give you is false because they don't have the actual data. But with crypto, there's a certain amount of crypto. We know there's only 21 million Bitcoins. Right now, there's 18 million in circulation, and it'll be 2,000, listen to me, 2,141 before the last Bitcoin is printed, or not printed, excuse me, because they don't print Bitcoins. They mine them. They have to bring them into existence through tough algorithms. Every time you solve one, the next one gets harder and harder and harder and harder. And that's why it costs huge amount of electricity just to bring about 6 Bitcoins or one block right now. I think it's 6 Bitcoins. So you'll learn more of this. I might be talking a little foreign. I don't want to lose you guys. That's one of the things I really enjoy is bringing knowledge down to the level of people who are not, may not be savvy in this industry, because this industry requires a little technical learning, but I'm not a programmer, but I've learned a lot of the technical terminology, and I've also learned a lot of the economic terminology, or some of the economic information that coincides with cryptocurrency. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to teach my people and whoever wants to learn as much as you guys want to know, because knowledge and information is what's going to make the money. I don't care what nobody tell you. Knowledge and it is more powerful than anything, than money. And most time, knowledge is what brings the money. This is why Google's so powerful. This is why Facebook is so powerful, because they manipulate the data. They have the data, and they manipulate the data. They know what you like, and they manipulate that. They sit back, watch what you like, what you comment on, and they feed more of that to you to keep you stimulated, because they have the data, okay? So the data, the knowledge, the information is the most valuable thing. This is why this is one of the most powerful companies in the world is Facebook and Google, because they got the knowledge, they got the data, the information. So I want you guys to get the knowledge and the data of the time and what must be done. The time and what must be done. I want you guys to get the knowledge and information of how to benefit in this time, because this is a time where if you sit back and do nothing, it's total destruction coming to you economically. But if you move the right way, it can be very prosperous. So what's going to determine those that are messed up in the game in 3 years from those that become wealthy is knowledge. What you know. It's not going to be race. It's going to be what you know. That's what's going to determine who's successful and who's leaking badly. Okay, so again, let's go through this. Look at Bitcoin, 60,000 a coin. When it broke 50,000, it actually hit $1 trillion market cap, okay? Now let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum is making waves. It's still number 2. It's been number 2 for quite a while. We're going down. I might even tell you guys a couple coins that you might want to get. Okay, XRP, I had 80,000 of these coins when it first started. It used to be called Ripple. And you're not going to make $1 million. Most of you guys are not going to make a whole lot of money on Bitcoin. Just forget about it. You got to learn with the family cash machine and start learning with me. I'll teach you guys. You're not going to make $1 million with Bitcoin. That's over with. Let's say you guys bought a Bitcoin right now, whole 60,000. If you had 60,000. Most of us don't got 60,000, don't have 60,000. Some of us, there's people out there with $1 million, okay? Let's say they bought $1 million worth of Bitcoins, okay? They bought $1 million worth. They got, you know, and Bitcoin went up over the next year, 100%, say 200%. Okay, they made 3 million. They got 3 million now. I mean, that's not all right, pat them on the back, whatever. Most of us don't have that kind of money. So the average person that I know, my average people, is just the average, is the masses. Bitcoin's not going to make you rich. Even if you bought 20,000 worth of a Bitcoin and it went up 200%, you got 60,000 in a year, 200%. I don't know if it's going to do 200% in the next year. I don't know. I don't know if it will, but let's say it does. I mean, it's not, you know, it's just not going to make you wealthy. Like, it's just not. It has a huge, you know, appreciation, but there's coins here. Like I said, this XRP, I think I spent $600 and I got 80,000 of them. So you could do the division and see what I bought each one for. This coin went as high as $3.30. It's down now because of their issues with the SEC and all that stuff, you know, and which I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I'm just saying that I remember this polka dot started. It wasn't $42. So a lot of these coins you'll make more money with. There's a lot of millionaires already been made with this Dogecoin. I didn't particularly like this Dogecoin because it was just a hype coin. But now I think they got Vitalik Buterin of Ethereum doing something with this coin. But, you know, Elon Musk bailed out on everybody. He came out and said some speeches and it just blew this price up. It blew the price up because he's a celebrity. So he brought a lot of attention to it and he made billions and then bailed out and ran and left you guys holding the bag. But this coin was started as a joke in the beginning. It doesn't have any real functionality that it does. Now here's a hot coin, Shiba Inu. A lot of people on my team bought this coin. I don't think I got any of these coins, but I got some other coins that's doing great right now. But this coin here, a lot of my team members are buying this coin. You see it's up 146%. These are the type of coins you're gonna make a bunch of money on, but you just want to make sure you know something about the developers, what their goal is, what they're doing, and how close they are to fulfilling their mission. Because I've seen so many coins come and go. And a lot of people just, you know, I get people to call me every day and say, hey, what about this coin? What about that coin? And a lot of people asking about the Shiba Inu because they're hearing everybody say Shiba Inu, Shiba Inu, and they're marketing and all that stuff. But again, it's a hype coin to me if it doesn't fulfill a certain functionality. And is that a bad thing all the time? No, because again, Millionaires were made with Dogecoin, and it didn't have any functionality, but they had a community. So sometimes a community is valuable as well. Shiba Inu has a community, and if enough people continue to hype that coin up, whether that coin has value or not, it's gonna make some people some money. But again, you know, you have to know a hype coin from a coin that actually have functionality. Not saying you can't make money with a hype coin, but there's a certain strategy with that coin. I'm giving y'all a lot of game right now for free, but I want you guys to take the courses because we got some game we're not giving up for free that you gotta get in the Family Cash Machine to be a part of. And we have some very powerful things that we're doing as a team. And I got a lot of people in position in the next year or 2 years will very well be multimillionaires. No question about it. Okay, so we're gonna go down the list. Look at Litecoin. Litecoin way down here. When I first got in cryptocurrency, Litecoin was number 3, and it was number 3 for a long time, or number 4. Actually, number 3 was Ripple, and number 4 was Litecoin. Look, it's number 18. It fell way down. Bitcoin Cash was number 5 or 6. It's number 21. It fell way down. Now, I'm going to say something about Bitcoin Cash to y'all that don't know. Bitcoin Cash is a fork off of Bitcoin. Roger Ver, one of my heroes. I love Roger Ver. Shout out to Roger Ver. This guy forked off of Bitcoin. He's a very wealthy guy, probably a billionaire. But this coin, Bitcoin Cash, it moves faster and it's cheaper to transact than Bitcoin. It is what it is. I can't put no cut on it. He did that. The coin ain't cheap either. It's $579. But it doesn't matter if it was $300 or $200. If you want to send $1 million, you can send $1 million. It doesn't matter what the coin price is. You still can send $1 million of this like you can send $1 million of Bitcoin. The only thing is to send this, your fees will be a whole lot cheaper and it's going to move faster than Bitcoin. If anybody did any Bitcoin transactions right now, I'm not too happy about Bitcoin transactions, the fees that they charge, and I'm not too happy about the time it takes. And sometimes the miners kind of extort you for more fees. Hey, if you want it to go faster, send more money. And, you know, that's just, I'm not cool with that because that's not what this technology was meant for. It was meant to be a cheaper way to send value fast, peer-to-peer, and not all the stuff that it is now. But you remember when the internet first started, AOL used to be the you. I don't want to say the word because I'm live, but you understand, AOL used to be it. I used to be so happy to get on AOL, but now AOL fell off. It's not the number one. People on Yahoo, they on Gmail. I don't even think that Google started off with the mind that they would have one of the best email systems. They started off as a search engine. So what I'm saying is about technology, things change so fast. In a year, that which is the lick may not be the lick in a year. I remember Motorola's had the best phones. Ha! Who's using Motorola's now? So I'm just making the example. In technology, things change fast. Ethereum created the best smart contract blockchain for people to create coins. Most people, 8,000 of those coins up here at the top, at least 8,000 of them. There's over 13,000. I say 10,000 cryptocurrencies are on the Ethereum blockchain. That Shiba Inu is on the Ethereum blockchain. So they created a platform that allowed a lot of people to create their own cryptocurrency very easy. We have our own cryptocurrency in the Family Cash Machine, the Fam Cash coin, and we also have the DMST coin, Decentralized Mindset. We have 2 different cryptocurrencies, both on the Ethereum blockchain. So for years, Ethereum has been very instrumental in expanding and helping this industry to create smart contracts and other people to create their own coins. But now Ethereum is kicking our butts with fees. Our fee, I think I sent $240 a couple weeks ago. It cost me $100. That's astronomical. And so a lot of people that's staking a certain coin that I'm staking, they're just kind of waiting for the Pulse chain to launch. Pulse chain from Richard Hart. You guys missed that opportunity to actually get into that sacrifice period, which really was kind of an ICO, but it's called a sacrifice where we purchased those coins before they launch. Those people who got into that are in a great position, including myself. I was fortunate to sacrifice some of my coins for those coins, and the Pulse chain is going to be amazing. It's going to fork off of Ethereum and not only copy all the Ethereum coins, but it's going to copy every coin on the Ethereum blockchain. So now if someone has a coin like myself, the Family Cap Machine, I don't have to use my ERC20 token. It's costing a fortune for my clients to transact. I can use my PRC20 token on the Pulse chain, and it's already doing the same thing my coin is doing because it's a carbon copy, and it's cheaper and faster. Wow. So it's some amazing things happening in this industry. If you guys come to the Family Cash Machine, we stay on top of this type of stuff. When there's changes, when there's disruptions, we're on it. And that's where the money is at. The money is on being, alert and catching these new phenomenals that start. Because again, like I said, AOL used to be the lick. And then now it's not. And then so was MySpace. MySpace started off, everybody was on MySpace. Nobody hear about MySpace no more, but it's still going. Actually, MySpace made a lot of money when, think about a few weeks ago, Facebook, WhatsApp, all of those went out. People got on MySpace. It's funny. Okay, so let me scroll down. Tron is a good coin you might want to get. It's a smart contract coin. They used to be on the Ethereum blockchain. See what I'm saying? They had an ERC20 token. But at some point, they started their own blockchain. Now, this coin is doing 2,000 transactions a second. And, I think Ethereum only do 25 transactions a second. This coin is kicking Ethereum's butt, so it's just a matter of time for that coin kind of take off. But it's a lot of building on that blockchain. I'm just going down this list a little bit. I'm going to stop right here. Monero. If you guys don't know about Monero, this is a privacy coin. This is the coin, not like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is traceable now. Bitcoin is traceable. They can trace Bitcoin now because they put that SegWit layer on it. It's changed. It's not like it was in the beginning. The whole beginning of Bitcoin is not like it is now. Now they got ETFs on Bitcoin in Brazil, in America. They got ETFs, meaning that they sold over 1.2 billion in the ETF contract, but none of them people got a Bitcoin. That's crazy. How did that happen? So this is how Wall Street scam people, and how, it's actually a Ponzi to me, but it's legal. How about that? There's a billion, I think it's 1.3 billion sold the first week. It might be more now. And none of those people have actually any Bitcoin in their wallet. They're buying futures, basically. They're buying the name, like, huh? So this is not what I sign up for. Like me, if I spend some money on Bitcoin, I own some Bitcoin. I have the Bitcoin in my wallet. I'll get the profits. I'll get the appreciation. Thank you. I don't need an ETF or some third-party person to sell me the futures and all that. I don't need that. You got to be really, 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 really skilled person to know how to move in that system, which is highly manipulated. Highly manipulated. People don't realize 85% of the people that mess with stocks and all that lose. The people that win got insider information, or they're just highly skilled traders, okay? But the average person, that's not, they don't win. They don't win over there. Like I said, the people that do win, they're highly skilled and trained. They went through years of training, 5, 6, 7 years of training or whatever, or they got inside information. One of the two. So that's it, you guys. The Monero is a privacy coin. It's a coin you can use to transact and nobody can track your transactions. That's a powerful coin. And I'm surprised it's so cheap, because the majority of the people now in this industry come into this industry just to make some money. That's what the majority of the people, 85% of the people that come into crypto, they come to make money. They don't come into this industry as what I started this video off with. It's okay to come into this industry to make money, no question. We're going to teach you how to make the money. But the other reason is to have something outside of this system of value that you control and no government can confiscate or disrupt or regulate against it. You want to have something that you control outside of the economies outside of fiat currency. You want to have something of value, of real value. That's the main reason to come into the cryptocurrency industry, other than just making some money. Also understand you want to have a value that's disconnected from the matrix, and you want to have something you can transact in transactions and use as a medium of exchange to transact when you can't transact in the centralized world, or you may be limited, or you may be regulated, or you may not want them to know your business. That's why you want to have something, an option. And that's coming a day when you're going to need that option. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. You guys like and subscribe to my channel. I need you guys to sign up for the free class. We have a class. If you sign up for the Family Cash Machine, we're going to give you a free class and teach you some of the basics about crypto. And then, of course, as you get into the more higher technical stuff, then we'll start sharing with you not just knowledge of crypto, but how to invest. Immediately, we're going to put you, we already got 2 or 3 investments for you to start getting in. We got about 7 or 8 coins that you need to start buying right away. So we're going to put you in positions of profit. That's what you sign up for. You want to make money? No problem. We're going to help you make money, but we want you to learn what time it is and what must be done, and how to position your family for what I'm calling one of the greatest exchanges of wealth happening right now in this world. And I'm on it, and I want you to be on it. So with that, again, you guys, I'm EB Crypto, Eric Brent, Family Cash Machine, follow the money. You guys have a great evening. Bye-bye.